Hi students, welcome back to the world of English. In today's session, we are going to deal with the gerunds and present participles. Okay. By this session, you will be able to identify a gerund in a sentence or a present participle, because both gerunds and present participles have the same form. Okay. Now let's begin it. Then you will understand. Okay. Now, what are gerunds? Gerunds are formed with the help of verb plus ing. Okay, verb plus ing without helping verbs are known as gerunds. Okay, verb plus ing without helping verb, they are called as gerunds. Okay, and they are normally in the subject position or in object position. Okay, they are normally in subject position or object position. Okay, and they are also called as verbal nouns. They are also called as verbal nouns. Please understand, a form of the verb ending in ing and used as noun is called a gerund. Okay, it is called as gerund. Now, what are present participles? I already told you, even present participles have the same form of gerund. Okay, present participles are formed with the help of verb plus ing. Okay, so the present participles form of the verb ending in ing and is used as a verb or as an adjective or an adverb. Modifying an adjective is a present participle. Simple. Your present participles also have the same form of gerund, which means gerunds and present participles have the same form, that is verb form 1 plus ing, but they differ in their function. Okay, they differ in their function. Gerund functions as noun, whereas present participle is used as a word, as an adjective or an adverb, modifying an adjective. Okay, let's see some of the examples, you will understand better. He is swimming in a pool. He is swimming in a pool. Swimming is good for health. Swimming is good for health. So you can notice in the two sentences the verbs are used with ing, right? In the first sentence we have swimming, and even in the second sentence also we have swimming. But do you know the difference between those two words, the way they function? Yes. In the first sentence, the word swimming is preceded by is. Is swimming. Okay, so it is in continuous form. It is in progressive form. He is swimming in a pool. Present continuous tense. Do you understand? But in the second sentence, you don't find is, are, was or word with verb plus ing. Okay, do you find in the second sentence? No. So, such verbs with ing without helping verbs are known as gerunds. So, in the second sentence we have gerund. Okay, in the second sentence we have gerund, right? Now, let's see the uses of a gerund. Okay, now a gerund can be used as a subject of a verb. Okay, it can be used as a subject in a sentence. Now, let's see some of the examples. Collecting stamps is his hobby. Collecting stamps is his hobby. Okay, now collecting is acting as a gerund. It's not a continuous tense. Okay, it is not a progressive tense. Do you understand? Collecting is acting as a verb. Let's see another example. Trespassing is prohibited. Trespassing is prohibited. Now trespassing is again gerund. Okay, so when we look at both the sentences, we find the verb plus ing form, okay, are used as gerunds. They function as noun. Is it clear? Now let's see a gerund used as object of a verb. Okay, when it acts as an object in a sentence. Now, I like swimming. I like swimming. Okay, here it is not, it's not a progressive sentence. Okay, it's not a progressive tense. Okay, here it is the name of the action. I like swimming. I like swimming. Now the other example, I love driving a car. I love driving a car. Driving is again a gerund. Is it clear now? Fine. Now let's see present participles. I already said present participles also have the same form of gerunds. Okay, it's formed with the help of verb form 1 plus ing. Okay, but they are used as verb or as an adjective or an adverb modifying an adjective. Okay, so the function of or the uses of present participles we are going to see. Okay, now the first and foremost function of the present participle is, you all know, okay, because you have already learned the tenses, right? It is used to form the continuous or perfect continuous tense. Okay, we use present participles in continuous present continuous or a perfect continuous or past perfect continuous tense. Okay, now let's see some of the examples. I'm writing a letter. I'm writing a letter. Writing. Okay, verb form 1 plus ing, right? I'm writing a letter. Present continuous tense. Next, I was writing a novel. Which tense is this? It's a past continuous tense. I was writing a novel. It's a past continuous tense. Now, he will be writing his homework. He will be writing future continuous tense. Okay, if you have learned thoroughly well, you will be able to identify which tense each sentence is. Yeah, now he will be writing his homework. It is future continuous tense. Fine. Now, he has been waiting for the bus for an hour. He has been waiting for the bus for an hour. It's a present perfect continuous tense. Present perfect continuous tense. Okay. The next one we have, he had been waiting there for an hour by the time he arrived there. Past perfect continuous tense. He had been waiting. Okay, he had been waiting. Past perfect continuous tense. In simple terms, present participles are used in continuous or progressive tenses. Okay, they are used in continuous or progressive sentences or tenses. Okay. Another important function of present participle is it is used as an adjective modifying a noun. It modifies a noun or an adjective of a linking verb. Let's see some of the examples, you'll understand. A rolling stone gathers no mass. A rolling stone. Okay, rolling stone. We are fighting a losing battle. We are fighting a losing battle. And the third one we have, the story is interesting. The story is interesting. Linking verbs. Okay, or modifying a noun. Is it clear? So dear students, I believe we have understood the difference between gerunds and present participles, right? Both of them have the same form, but they differ in their function. Okay, now once again let's see the examples. He is swimming in a pool. He is swimming in a pool. Swimming is good for health. Swimming is good for health. Now the first sentence we see, he is swimming in a pool. Swimming is, the word swimming is acting as a present participle. Okay, because it is helping to form a present continuous tense, right? It is in a present continuous tense. Okay, now the ing form in the first sentence is called a present participle, right? And you know it already, it is used as part of continuous tense. And please remember, even after verbs of perceptions, you can see, you can hear, you can notice and watch, right? So after the verbs of perceptions, like see, hear, notice and watch, we use present participles. Okay, we use present participles. For example, I saw him crossing the road. I saw him crossing the road. What is the perception here? It is saw. It is saw. The next one. Didn't you hear the cat mewing? Didn't you hear the cat mewing? Right? Is it clear? Well, students, if you look back again to the second sentence, that is swimming is good for health. The ing form in the second sentence, you remember swimming is good for health. It is acting as a noun. Okay, swimming, the word swimming is acting as a noun, so it is called as gerund. It is called as a gerund because it is acting as a noun or the subject. Or sometimes a gerund can be even an object of a sentence. Okay, it can come even after a preposition. Okay, it can come after a preposition. Okay, so for example, he likes swimming. He likes swimming. Swimming is a gerund taking the place of an object. Okay, but previously we have seen swimming is good for health. Swimming is taking the place of a subject, but here we see he likes swimming. Swimming is taking the place of an object. Is it clear? Fine. Well, students, I believe you have understood today's session, right? See you in the next session. Till then, take care. Bye.